So previous session, we have seen the introduction, detailed introduction. Let's try to understand in the part 2 session configuration, how it works. Okay, so you understood in previously what is source document and target document, what is the copy control all about, and what are all the possible scenarios we have theoretically. Let's try to understand practicals, okay, configuration and transaction codes. Okay. The first, you try to understand sales document to sales document. The transaction code is VTAA. And where exactly the configuration and what is the how to remember this, that I will explain you end of the session. So here we'll try to see inquiry to quotation. Okay, with some example how we need to set up copy control between inquiry to quotation and quotation to quotation also, as an example we can able to see. And uh, and after that we're going to see what are all the controls we have in a copy control configuration. Let's go to the SAP S4HANA system quickly, and let's go to the first we'll try to create with simple example. So for creating inquiry, the transaction code is VA11. Okay, let's try to create one inquiry. Press enter. Okay, IN2 QT C control. uh, Copy control. That's what we are seeing. This is scenario one. So let's try to give the material here quickly, and let's give some quantity. And probably I'll try to repeat the same material. Okay. So now you know this header data and item data and business data, right? And let's try to save this inquiry. Okay. So now go to the display mode. Let's try to copy this inquiry. Before that, I'll just do one thing. I forgotten to maintain the validity. Okay. This is standard system, right? Generally, it should be. So this inquiry is supposed to be created from this date to so this month end. Let's do this. Okay. So let's try to create a quotation. So the transaction code is VA21. Okay. Here I'm just taking the standard quotation document type as QT. Okay. Someone removed. This is surprising. Yeah, it is available, but in drop down it didn't came. So here you can able to create it. If I press enter manually, you can able to create it with the same details by seeing inquiry, or else we are create with reference. Let's click. So with reference to inquiry, I'm just trying to creating. This is my inquiry document. So copy, when I'm trying to ask for copy. Okay. If I click copy, so automatically header, whoever the sold to party is there, it is copied. And your requested delivery date and item level, your item. And if you go for the pricing, so if you go to the conditions, all other details, whatever we have, shipping, okay, some other details from sales A and sales B, whatever the details we have, everything is got copied. Why? Because the copy control configuration exists in standard between inquiry to quotation. So we can create our own document types, and how to copy I will explain you now. Okay. So so let's put it here. Let's save this. Okay, validity, if you want, you can able to take it. Most of the data it is got copied. So let's save this. So now let's go to VA23 quotation, and let's see the document flow. Okay. So if you look at this, if you clearly go to the view of items, so from inquiry to quotation, how it is get copied, everything is done. So now the question here. Okay, let me the similar thing, let me try to show you. So VA11. So I'll just try to copy from inquiry to inquiry, how the system behaves. That's the question comes into picture. So now go to VA12 now. Oh, sorry. VA12. Okay, this is the inquiry. Now let's try to create from inquiry to inquiry. So let's go for, see, I didn't set up the configuration. I'm just showing the flow from inquiry to inquiry. I would like to copy it. Let's click on copy. So that means from inquiry to inquiry, copy control also available. Okay, let's save this. So now let's go to the configuration where we can able to find it. So till now you have seen the example in standard. So our target is to copy from sales document to sales document. This is a direct transaction, and what exactly it is that I will explain you. First we'll see the configuration path where we have. So if you come to the SPRO, sales and distribution, in this, if you go to the sales, most of the times you can have the right. So copying control per sales document. What is the copying control? Either copying from sales document to sales document and your billing document to sales document. Okay. So billing document to sales document, we'll see later. Let's try to understand this. Sales document to sales document, what we're going to see this. Let's click on execute button. Oh, it is taking a few seconds. Generally, S4 HANA copy controls are little faster compared with your your ECC. What is the observation I have seen in ECC? So it will not come by default change mode like this. Okay. So first it will be there in display mode. Then you have to click this. Then only it will come to the change mode. So otherwise there is no much difference. Let's try to find it out. Okay. So here if you go to the position, so inquiry to inquiry, you have a copy control. Okay. So in the similar way, so this is source document. If we click this, okay, what is source here? So this is the reference document source, and it's supposed to be copied to target document, inquiry to inquiry. So come back and let's go to check here. What is source document from here? Okay, from the screen. This is the source. This is the target. Don't confuse. Generally, people think that initial day of learning here source will be there. From here it is copying. Not like that. So if we click here, so this is the source from my inquiry and quotation. Already copy control setup is there. You have a few definitions. Okay. So that we're going to see one by one. If you understand one scenario, every scenario is the same. You have a item details. For example, item level, it's supposed to be get copied. What exactly it is? Let's check this. So now if you look at this here, so what is the item category for inquiry AFN? Okay. So if I click here, you look at this. So from inquiry, from source to target, target item category, it need to be get identified. We have a tons of controls here. We just try to understand this. So now let's go for schedule lines. What it will happen? Okay. What is the schedule line category for source from here? So we don't have any, we don't require a schedule lines. That's why it is blank actually. But as if you go for sales order to delivery, you will have a schedule line data. That's why it should not be blank actually. Okay. So we try to understand what exactly it is. Okay. Now you got it. What is this? So we'll try to create our own inquiry documents and we'll try to set up the copy control by using this configuration. So let's come to /n. So now it is VTAA. Okay. I'll just try to make one table so that you can better understand this, what exactly it is. So if I directly put this transaction also, it will open for the same thing. So let's come here. So let's try to come here, Excel. The scenario, this is VTAA. So let's do one thing. Let's try to set up a uh, sale, sale doc to sale doc. Okay. What is the transaction it is talking about? VTAA. Okay. In future, we are going to see sale doc to one by one. We'll see this. Okay. This is scenario one. So here you remember only one thing. Okay. VT is common for copy control definition. Okay. VT is common in transaction code. Okay. A is always your sales document. Okay. When you are copying sales document to sales document, it is VTAA. Okay. Sales document. Your source is this one and target is this one. Okay. Source to target. Okay. So that's how you can able to remember this. This is the first scenario. So let's try to get back. So when already typed VTAA, right? It came. So let's go to the first SPRO. We'll try to create our own documents from today onwards. Let's come here. So what exactly it is? Sales and distribution. Sales, it is very, very important. Okay. Copy control. First go to the sales document header. Let's try to create it. Our own document type. Here, if I go for inquiry, I'm just copying this one as, okay, Z, ZIN. This is my inquiry document. Okay. If I press enter, so is this also relevant for copy control? If I say yes, it will be automatically copied. I will show you the both the scenarios. Okay. So if I say yes, so it is asking about few tables update. Okay. If I say yes, this is for your item and other details. So it is get copied. Okay. Now go to, so inquiry I copied, right? So let's try to check whether we have copy control definition is there or not. Okay. So let's click on VTAA again. Now go to the position. Okay. ZZIN. So what is my target? So whether copy control is available for my source and target is the same scenario. I'm just checking inquiry to inquiry. It's supposed to be copied. So now copy control is available. Why? Because it is asking like how inquiry to inquiry, it is copying the same thing you want it or not. I said yes. That's why automatically configuration is set here, header level and item level. You got what are all the possible uh, item categories and everything is got copied actually. Okay, same thing. Whatever the inquiry to inquiry it is there, and so the similar way, header to header and item to item. If it is other copy control, schedule and to schedule and it's supposed to, if you want, it can be copied. Okay, if you want, you can able to modify on your own way. So let's try to check one by one. Okay, so now this is one scenario. So let's keep this. Let's go for again SPRO. Okay, now let's try to do the magic of the copy control. If it is not copied, what you supposed to be done? So let's come here. Here, go to the sales and distribution. Again, go to the sales and go to the copy control from sales document. Okay. So VTAA, right? So once it is already opened, it should mean it's in display mode. Okay. So now let's try to cancel this. I don't want. Stop this transaction. So let's go to simply Vivo VV8 directly. I just wanted to check from inquiry to quotation or else quotation to quotation. Okay. So now inquiry to quotation copy control. So let's go back to the copy control definition again. So come back. Okay. Let's go back one more step. Go to the position. So what is my source document? Is inquiry. From inquiry to quotation in standard, it is already available. Similar way I want it. So this is the definition, right? So let's come back here. So now what I'm going to do is just try to observe. Okay, we have a quotation here. So let's select this, copying this one. So, so ZZQT I'm creating now. Okay, as a quotation. Quotation, I'm just giving name like maybe I'll say export QT. So apart from so regular quotation I'm using for inquiry to quotation using for domestic. This is for export I'm using assume this copy control. Okay. So here if it says it is copied, I don't want to do it. I wanted to have a copy control on my own way. Let's save this and let's say yes. Here also I'll just cancel this one. Okay. Now save it. Now let's try to understand this. Get back to your uh, copy control definition. So here go to the position. Now what is your source document? ZZIN. What is your target document? Inquiry to quotation. I would like to copy. Nothing is there. So let's try to observe this one also. So VA11 first. Okay. So ZZIN is the quotation. Okay. So let's try to create one quotation. So this is our quotation, right? So let's, okay. So maybe I can give the same validity. So I would like to create it. So the same quotation, if I want it, I can take the quotation number. Okay. What is this? This is the quotation number, right? With reference to this quotation, how many quotations I want it, I can able to create it. Again, V11 with reference. So just take this quotation number and copying it. So it is got created, right? So you can able to copy the validity and a few fields. Why it is not copied, I will explain you. Okay, first you try to understand maximum data it is copied. If I want one more quotation with for ZZIN to ZZIN, I can able to create it. Okay, so whatever the quotation it is there, right? I would like to whatever say whatever the inquiry, sorry, whatever the inquiry is there, right? Inquiry to inquiry, I can able to create it, not quotation. So if I supposed to create it, inquiry to quotation, if I take with reference, not QT, ours is ZZQT. This is what export quotation. I'm just taking with reference to this inquiry. Okay. If I say copy, you will get a beautiful error. Copying from sales document type ZIN and ZN2 is not supported. That means this is clearly copy control error. Let me try to get back here. Okay. Now let's try to VTA copy control is not available, right? So let's try to put it in our example, what we are trying here. So it is successful. The current is successful. ZZIN, ZZIN is successful. So now, because since it is auto copied, now ZZIN to ZZQT is our target. Copy control it not doesn't exist. That's why you got an error. It's not supported means you got an error. That we are trying to set up now by using manual way. Okay, this is also possible. Go to the position. Okay, so your target document is quotation and your source document is this. From this, I can able to copy it. Let's copy this. So what is my sales document? ZZIN. Okay. What is my target document? ZZQT. So this is from inquiry to quotation. If I say at the time of copying, if I said no, so what it is saying, whatever we have from ZZIN to ZZQT, whether copy it or not, only one entry I need to copy it. You say copy all. Okay. So this is skip it, like certain places you will get this error related to positive negative, no worries, because we required 22 entries copied. What are all these 22 entries? If you select this item level, it is got copied all your item categories. Okay, let's see this. It is taking a few seconds. Okay, now finally it is got copied. Now if you look at this, this is AFN. For example, that similarly AFN you copied as a ZAFN. Okay, if you say, if you said no, doesn't copy at the time of document copying. Okay, so you have to set up manually. We'll see one by one. Okay, so let's go to the details, or else you can double click also. So now AFN is inquiry item category from the data item to this supposed to get copied. Let's save this. Let's try to play with the system now for practicals. Okay, let's keep this session open. Now let's try to create quotation with reference to inquiry. Okay, so now if you say copy, see how beautifully it is copied. Okay, AFN2. So sorry, this white tan is came. Okay, someone made some kind of this thing item categories. Some guys got changed actually. Okay, this is practice system, right? So anyhow, let's go to the Vivo V8. One second, let me check. GZQT is a quotation. Okay, by B in nature, that's fine. And let's go to Vivo V7 for this GGQT. Okay, Asian is there or someone has removed Asian. It is available. This is fine. And let's go to Vivo V4. So now go to GZQT. Okay, let's go little further. GGQT norm. Okay, someone has this supposed to be Asian. Okay, someone has played with the system. Okay, now let's go. Now let's go for VA21. Again, you try with the same inquiry. Let's get copy. Okay, so now some AFN to Asian, it is got copied. Okay, maximum data it is copied, and a few details it is not copied. That is, I'll just try to help you out. That is different at copy control definition. You have to do it. I'll explain you later. Now this is how. So now you, if you look at this VA23. So if you look at this, so this is got copied, right? Now let's try to do one experiment. Okay, so you have a quotation now. Okay, so what is the quotation document type? GGQT, right? And let's try to create VA quotation to quotation. Let's try to create it. What system says? Okay, again it is missing. Why? Because we said no, then it should not be copied. This is again controlled by your copy control. Now you understood, right? A similar process will be applicable for when you try to copy from order to delivery, or else order to order, or else order to billing, or invoice to invoice, or invoice to order. Every place the same scenario. That's what I'm trying to explain you. Okay. Now let's try to go back. If you try to understand how to copying, I'll try to explain the definition. Okay. What are all the fields we have? So now uh, let's come here. Okay, let's try to show you. So GG, sorry, VTAA. Okay. In the meanwhile, we'll try to do one experiment here for your understanding. Okay. Let's try to change the item category of quotation. So Vivo V7. So regularly what you have, because it is required. If it is a bigger project, you have to play with the copy controls. ASEAN is there. So let's copy this as Z ASEAN. So I'll say no. Why I say no, I will explain you. This also I say no. Okay. Z ASEAN I have created. Let's go for Vivo V. Okay. Before going ahead, let's try to check that part. Okay. So now quotation to quotation, it is missing, right? Now let's go to the QT to QT in standard, it is available. But source as ZZQT to ZZQT. It is not available. Okay. Inquiry available. Okay. So now what we can able to do is manually in the similar way how we have copied the inquiry, you have to copy this one. Okay. So similar thing you have to do it for order to order, and a similar thing you have to do it for invoice to invoice. That's why I'm explaining. Just for your copying practice, I'm just doing. If you have doubts, you can comment. Okay. So press enter. It takes again a few seconds. So I'll say copying all at this point of time. So all the 23 entries got copied. Let's save this. Okay. It is very important. It is linked with the next scenario. So you'll get these kind of config errors certain times in global project also. So if they don't set up properly, or else if any TR entry is missing or something like that, that's why I'm explaining this. But generally it will not happen as long as function consultant is testing in a perfect manner in projects. So now you got Asian, right? Okay. So Asian is for what? From Asian to Asian, quotation to quotation sheets get copied. Let's save this. Okay. Now let's go for transactional scenario in the similar way what we have done. Now go to VA 21. Okay. Again, taking the reference. So not this one. Let's go for quotation to quotation. Okay, let's click this. So now it is got copied, right? Quotation to quotation. So it is asking for this validity too, I feel. Okay, let's say this. Okay. Now go to VA 23. If you look at this doc flow, quotation to quotation copied. So previously, why it is not copied? Copy control intentionally I didn't made. I didn't make automatically. So if I made it automatically, you will not understand how you have to do it manually. That's what I'm just trying to help you out here. Okay. So we'll see all this definition. Don't worry. Okay. It's a one kind of huge concept only. So now you understood how it will be copied. Okay. So now let's keep this and let's come back. We have created our own item category. Okay. So let's go for item category determination. Vivo V4. So our document is ZZQT, and let's go for norm. So for standard product, it is applicable for if it is third party, if it is applicable for uh, any BOM, other kind of item category groups and item categories also, you have to follow the similar manner. So what I'm trying to do it. So G Asian is there. I'm just doing Z Asian. Okay. Oh God. N. Okay. So let's save this. Okay. Now let's try to create a new quotation now. VA 21. Or else let's try to create, okay, ZZQT. This is sufficient to understand. Let's come here. Okay. Okay, let's take validity. Here, what is more important I would like to show is, so your new item category got created. It's not in automatic sense. Okay. Now go to VA 23. So let's copy this. Now let's try to create one more quotation, GGQT to GGQT. Okay. So how the system behaves, let's try to understand this. Let's go for create reference, go to the quotation, let's copy this. Now see this item level, it is not copied. Why it is not copied? Let's try to see this. Previously we used to get some kind of errors. So what it is saying, processing input your display or your sales document with necessary action. So it is very general way it is showing, don't worry about that. And so item category is basically missing in a copy control. So what is the item category we have? It is ASEAN, not ZZ ASEAN. Okay. Yeah, apart from ASEAN, if it is supposed to be supported for ZZ ASEAN also, you just have to select this, only copying the item category. That's what I'm telling. You will get these issues. Okay. So what is this? ZZ ASEAN. Sorry. GASEAN to GASEAN. It's supposed to be supported. So on your practice, you will get all these errors at the time of doing copy control, but I'm just trying to give a maximum explanation. Okay, let's save this. All good. Now let's try to create one more time. I'm not saved this one. So let's try to create quotation again, ZZQT to ZZQT. So now let's try to copy. So what is this I have created? One second. Oh, okay. This I got it. This is supposed to be from quotation to quotation. See, now your item data got copied. Okay. This is the difference. I got it. This is for validity too. Okay. So there is one control called complete reference that I'll explain you. VA23. Now let's go for document flow. So now it is got created. Let's go for items. Okay, it is got created. For example, this quotation. This is the source we have taken, right? So what is the item? Item category. Okay. So let's come here. The item category is not ASEAN. This is ZZ ASEAN, right? So that's what it is. That's what it is all about, right? Okay. Anyhow, see, you can able to see GASEAN. GASEAN to GASEAN, it is got created. Okay. So now you understood, right? Either it might be miss the complete copy control between header item, or else it might be because of some other field you might get issues, or else you might get issues only missing item category, or else some kind of schedule and category or something like that. This is how the copy control copying works. In the similar way, we have a definition sales document to delivery. So L is your delivery. Source is what? Document to sales document to A is sales document. I already explained it. L is delivery. In the similar way, we have delivery to invoice. And if you go further, it is order to invoice. Okay. Order means sales document to invoice. This is F is invoice, invoice to sales document. Finally, F means invoice to invoice. I'll just try to explain you. Don't worry about all these things. Now you understood in this part how custom copy control will be set up in between documents and from source to target, and how if you are creating your own customized document types, how it's supposed to be copied from source to target, and how the header to header it will be copied, how the item to item it will be copied. Schedule and anyhow we haven't seen in the similar process only. So if you have created your own item categories, if it is missing, how it will be copied, how automatic sense it is working. If I miss you, if I miss that configuration while saving, if I said no, how I need to set up manually, that you understood in copy controls. Okay, from next session onwards we'll try to see, so what is the definition of the header and item of the copy control with some more examples. Okay, so what I'm trying to help you here, if you are not at subscribed, please subscribe my uh, what do you call Udemy. This is the prime course SAP SD S4 HANA sales with practicals, 92 hours with 306 lectures. Okay, you can try this. I'm just trying to add all these copy control video also there as a concept, and I required some time, so I'm working in real time. If I have a free time, I'll just try to do something to transfer my knowledge all these courses. So if you really wanted to have that knowledge in real time, I would suggest you go for this course, and it is very good course for advance payments with three scenarios I have explained. You can able to explain in your interview also. This is for idocs. Again, it is an edge for you to crack an interview. This is getting master to write function. Don't leave all these three courses. Certain times 2 3 questions will come on pricing. You just try these two courses also. See all concepts explained on real time basis. This is my ECC top course, 115 hours. So it's one of the good course. With that inspiration, I have done one more course on S4 HANA sales. If you really want, you can give it a try. And when it comes to my channel, so what should I say? 1200 plus videos as of now I have done. So let's go to my channel, rise your skills or skills, whatever you call. So like if you come here, so this is currently 1223 videos. It will come in future also. Thank you so much, and let's catch up in next session to see the header controls of the copy control definition. Have a great day.